Good morning over there on YouTube. I know you're there. Let me get my Facebook people set up here. Okay. Let me get my Facebook people set up. What I forgot to do subscribers. Happy Saturday to you. I don't know, I look a little dark. Do I look dark to you? I can't really tell, but it looks like I look a little dark. So, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm in a new location. I'm in a new location. I'm in a bubble because we're back in production for Fix My Life. So I'm in a bubble. Happy Saturday to everybody. Grand and glorious rising. Here we are together for our antiviral message here in the global living room. In the global living room, you see I got new hair. I couldn't take it anymore. It was just too much. And as the seasons change, you got to do something different. You got to change your look. You got to change your perspective. You got to change who you are. So come on in this morning and we're going to do some change. And we're going to suit up this morning. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning. Who's in the house this morning? Let me see. Good morning from Cali. Oh, it's early. It's early over there. Alafia. Omo Eshu. Good morning. Good morning, DC. Good morning to you, Portland, Oregon. Oh, Portland, my heart is with you. Good morning, Brooklyn's in the house. Columbus, Ohio. Texas is in the house. Good morning to you, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. Good morning from the UK. Yes, grand rising to you. Good morning, Winston-Salem. I'm so glad you're here. Come on in, Harlem. We're going to start suiting up. Sarasota and Long Beach. All my Swits, the Courage cohort is in the house. Deep bow to you. Courage cohort number 12, all my spiritual warriors. Albania, good morning, beloved. Good morning, St. Augustine, White Plains, New York, Toronto, Savannah, Brooklyn, Sedona. I did not go to Sedona this year because the corona kept me from going to Sedona. South Africa, Philadelphia, Australia, Minneapolis. Yes, the corona kept me from going to Sedona. I love Sedona. I love you too, Indiana. I love you. Courage cohort number 8. Morocco's in the house. Maryland's in the house. Virginia, Kenya. Good morning. Great grand rising to you from the Boogie Down Bronx. Nashville's in the house. Marietta, Georgia. So like I said, I'm in a new environment. You see my refrigerator. That's not really my refrigerator. That's the refrigerator that I have in this bubble. I'm in the bubble because we're back in production for Fix My Life. Cohort number 10 is in the house. Romania's in the house. Newark's in the house. Nova Scotia's in the house. And this morning, remember, I promised that I was going to answer questions. So after we suit up and we pray and we do our reading and we check ourselves with our check yourself cards, we're going to answer some questions because everybody's always asking questions and I keep trying to read them. I hope you enjoyed the spiritual spa this week. We talked about ants, A-N-T-S, automatic negative thoughts, okay? Automatic negative thoughts. We talked about that this morning. Lots of love, South Africa. I hope you all are doing good. Honor cohort number 5, DC, all my spiritual warriors and all of those who are getting ready to enter into SWIT training. Spiritual warrior training, okay? So this morning, come on in. Everybody's in. We're going to suit up. Here's our suiting this morning, okay? What I see for myself is, because if you can't see it in your mind, you'll never experience it. So I want you to take a breath. What do you see for yourself? What do you see for yourself in your mind, in the world, in your life? What do you see for yourself? I see for myself peace. I see for myself freedom. And then once you see it, you got to know what it looks like. I see for myself peace of mind no matter what is going on in the world. I see for myself freedom from all encumbrances and low ideas and bad thoughts. Come on, what I see for myself is freedom. Caraco, good morning. What I see for myself is what? What I see for myself is greatness and reaching my goals. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, what I see for myself is, because this is Labor Day weekend. So let's do some labor in our minds. Let's do some labor in our minds. Let's talk about I see for myself is peace and freedom ever rising. What I see for myself is ecstatic bliss. Come on, I can get on that step with you. What I see for myself is a clear mind that I can use to create all that I desire in my life. What I see for myself is happiness. Come on, give me a definition. What is that happiness? What I see for myself is growth in the way I see the world, in the way I think, in the way I feel. What I see for myself is healthy, loving, fulfilling, satisfying relationships. What I see for myself is a generous partner who's in my life supporting me. Love. Come on, what do you see for yourself? Open up your eyes this morning. Not these little visual instruments, this eye, the third eye, and the heart. What do you see for yourself? What do you see for yourself? Excuse me, I got so excited. Freedom of expression. What I see for myself is a healthy, flexible, well-shaped body. What I see for myself is loving companionship. What I see for myself, come on, what do you see for today? Let's use our creative minds this Labor Day weekend as we begin to transition from the summer into the fall, because the fall is really when you harvest. So what we want to do is start planting seeds that we can start. Oh, I see myself buying my first home. Yes, come on, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how much land do you want? What I see for myself is financial freedom and plenty of travel throughout the world. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, dig in, take a breath. What do you see for yourself? Because if you can't see it, you will never be it. So I want us to use our mind. I got some good readings for us today, and we're going to answer some questions for today. What is financial abundance? Come on, get clear. Because you can't just see financial abundance. You got to see, I see myself having finances that meet my needs and leave me enough spare to share. Come on, I got enough to spare and to share. That's what I'm talking about. What do you see for yourself? I see God's presence in my life, lifting me into higher realms of awareness and understanding. I see for myself forgiveness. I see for myself forgiveness that frees me from all past experiences. I see for, come on, what do you see for yourself? Come on, let's talk about it. I see myself influencing with good influences and friends and family. I see for myself a successful business. Come on, because the corona has changed a lot of things. So we've got to see things differently, okay? We can't just see a job and a paycheck and a this and a that. We got to see things differently, okay? I see for myself, yes, I see for myself freedom from all past experiences. I see for myself freedom from past mistakes and errors, yes. Now I'm getting excited, y'all are getting me excited this morning. My heart, be still, my beating heart. Come on, a luxury flat in London. I see myself as a child psychologist, yes, come on. I see myself walking across to get that degree. What kind of degree? A bachelor's, a master's, a PhD, a law degree, a nursing degree. Come on, what do you see for yourself this morning? Let's see it. Let's plant it in the universe at this time. Come on in and suit up. I see for myself. Make sure you use that line so that what you're seeing is attributed to you. It's just not loose out there in the universe for anybody to pick it up. I see for myself being the best mother I can be. I see for myself me living beyond the historical, generational, ancestral challenges of the past. I see for myself me rising above the limitations that have been placed on me by society. I see for come on, what do you see for yourself? I see for myself me voting, okay, for the candidate that I believe will create the greatest change in the universe. Come on. I see for myself peace. Yes, I see for myself love. I see for myself, can somebody see for themselves hot, passionate sex? Come on, if you want it, see it. If you see it, you can be it. You can have it. Yes, come on. I don't know why we don't, really talk about the thing. I see for myself my degree in mastery. I see for myself financial independence. I see myself as a leader. Yes, come on, somebody. Yes, what you see for yourself. See it here. Take a breath and dare and give yourself permission to see yourself with the thing you're afraid you cannot have. That's what I'm talking about. Happy in my singleness. Yes, I see that for you too. Yes, come on, see it for yourself. See, yes. Oh, you're getting good now. You're getting good now. I think you're feeling it now. I think it's down in there now. Yes, I see for myself me having my own business. I see myself I see myself with my driver's license. Good. I see myself in a full sex life. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do the wild thing on this Labor Day. But use protection so you don't end up in labor, birthing somebody. All right? Yeah, you got the hang of it. You got the hang of it now. I see peace between me and my ex. Anybody need to get on that step? I see peace between me and my ex so that we can co-parent with joy and love. Who needs that? Put that out there. I see myself being a wife. Yes. I see myself as a world healer and community leader. Yes. I see myself as a prolific, inspiring author. I see myself with peace and happiness. Come on, define it. I see myself. Yes. I see myself being one of the first teen authors in the country. Yes. Come on. A teenager. We got a teenager on the thread. I love it. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. You're getting in. It's in there. Are you pumped up? Are you pumped up yet? If you're pumped up. And so we begin. Great, grand, and glorious rising to you this Saturday morning of this Labor Day weekend. And we breathe. Yeah. We take ourselves into a nice deep breath and allow the energy of all that we see to just filter through our being and our body, touching every atom, every molecule, every cell, every system, organ, and structure of our body. Just breathe. Welcome into this global living room, where we come together because where two or more are gathered, the spirit of the Creator is. And where the Creator is, there is the energy and the power of creation. There is the energy and the power of truth. There is the energy and the power of love. There is the energy and the power of wisdom. There is the energy and the power of healing. There is the energy and the power of life. Come on, breathe. And just for a moment, just connect with your breath. Your inhale and your exhale. You know what to do. Drop your hands to the side. Drop your hands to the side. And just breathe. Your inhale and your exhale. Relax your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. And breathe into your belly so that when you inhale, your belly expands. And when you exhale, your belly deflates. That's going to feed your entire body, your entire system. Inhale and expand the belly. Exhale and let it deflate. And relax your shoulders. Drop your hands to your side. And just notice the breath, the energy, the life as it moves through your body. Just notice. Relax. Long, deep inhale. Slow, complete exhale. Good. Long, deep inhale. Slow, complete exhale. Now, since we've done some creative work, let's balance the brain this morning so that that creative energy will be all throughout us, okay? Right hand, right thumb. Close the right nostril. Inhale. Now close the left nostril, open the right, and exhale slowly. Inhale. Close the right, open the left, exhale. Inhale. Close the left, open the right, exhale. One more time. Inhale. Close the right, open the left, exhale. And relax. And if you are in a place where you can, rest your palms on your thighs facing upward. Just rest and relax. And inhale. And as you inhale, I want you to focus all of your energy and attention in the palm of your hands, okay? Inhale and focus your attention on your palms. And exhale. Good. Just think about your palms. Let your mind rest in your palms as you inhale and exhale. Now see if you can feel the energy in the palms of your hand. Is it a throbbing? Is it a pulsing? Is it warm? Is it cold? Just focus on the palms of your hands, right in the center. Relax your shoulders and inhale. And exhale. See if you can feel that energy as you inhale and exhale. That energy in the palms of your hands, that's your creative power. That's your personal power. As we inhale and exhale. Now just be aware. How does it feel? How do the palms of your hand feel? You don't have to write it or type it. Just be aware. Is it throbbing? Is it pulsing? Is it warm? Is it cold? Just focus all your attention and energy there. Yeah. Inhale. And exhale and relax. Now take your palms lightly. And you don't have to touch or just wash your face. Wash your face. You don't have to touch, but just the energy. Just wash your face. As you inhale and exhale. And rest your palms again. Focusing your attention in the palms of your hand. See what it feels like. Your creative power, your personal power, your divine energy, right in the palm of your hands. Yes. Now take your left hand, place it on your heart or in the center of your chest, and place your right hand over your left hand and inhale. Yes, and exhale. Good. Now inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now drop your hands to your side. Just let them dangle. And breathe. And see how that feels. How does your body feel? You don't have to tell me. Just notice. Good. Excellent. Now I want us to see, feel, imagine, intend it to be so, that wherever we are, that we are surrounded by pure white light, almost like a cloud. Can you see or feel yourself in a cloud of energy as you inhale and exhale? And from this beautiful cloud of white healing light, let us send energy out this morning into the universe to all of those who are being threatened with eviction. All of those who've been threatened with being removed from their home for whatever reason. We know that landlords are struggling and tenants are struggling and homeowners are struggling. And we just send energy of light and compassion out. That there'll be a meeting of the minds and the hearts where families and children won't be put out in the street. We call in the universal energy of justice into white light, the universal energy of compassion into the white light, to touch both the landlord, the homeowners, and the tenants, the banks and the financial institutions. Let us create in our hearts and our minds fairness and justice and protection for all of those whose homes are in jeopardy right now. Come on, breathe. All of us together, sending it out into the universe. The light of God, of good, of all of the ministering angels and the spirits and energy of compassion and trust and truth and light. We all need help right now. And people being put out of their homes that can't be rented, that can't be sold, makes no sense. So we call it to naught and nothingness. We call a halt to it right now. Come on, breathe. Yeah. We bless those people, those families, those children. We bless those landlords, those homeowners. We bless you with light and truth and compassion. And we call in this universal energy of justice and fairness and abundance. Whatever is needed, we call in the light to touch our elected officials and our government officials to do whatever is required with compassion. And we breathe. And if you feel so inclined, repeat with me. May justice prevail. May compassion take the place of fear and loss. May the angels of universal kindness touch hearts and minds everywhere. May there be peace. And we breathe. Yeah. It's so much going on, and everybody's trying to do their best, but putting people out of their homes when they simply they didn't want to stop working, they had to. And I know landlords who own homes that people rent, they've got to pay mortgages. So we need to touch the banks, and we need to touch the financial institutions, and we need to touch everywhere so that justice and compassion will prevail, because it's children getting put out in the streets. And we call it to halt, to nothingness right now. And whatever needs to happen, we don't know how. It will happen because we speak it into existence all over the world. And we breathe. I want to read to you this morning from the Sacred Yes. The Sacred Yes, we are familiar with this. Reverend Deborah L. Johnson. Letters from the Infinite, the Sacred Yes. That's where we're reading from this morning, okay? Yeah. And I'm reading from the chapter that says spiritual availability. Spiritual availability. And if you have the book, it's on page 180. Spiritual availability. All right? Because that's what time it is. Everybody, we got to be available to spirit if we want to be guided and led and healed and helped. And if we want our vision to come into manifestation, we can't do it with ego. We can't do it with intellect. We can't do it with our humanness. We've got to be available to the spirit of light and wholeness and justice and love, okay? And this is what it says. Giving your attention to things makes them multiply. Can you hear me? Giving your attention to things makes them multiply. Giving your attention to things provides the space for their manifestation. Giving your attention to things provides the space for their manifestation. Things manifest not because you like them or don't like them. not because you want them or don't want them in your experience. They manifest because you have given them so much attention. Okay? That's why we started this morning with what I see for myself is you got to give that some attention. Things don't manifest because you want them or don't want them. They manifest because you have given them so much attention. Okay? Watch the tendency to give your attention to things you don't want to experience. Okay? Watch that tendency. Because so much of your attention goes to your fears, worries, concerns, that you are not available for our relationship. That's relationship with the Holy Spirit. You are using your energy for something other than what you want. Don't give your attention to things that don't deserve it. Let me read that. Don't give your attention to things that don't deserve it. Understand the power of giving your attention and how the converse is also true. You're not giving attention to something that deserves it can be detrimental. Listen, you're not giving your attention to things that deserve it can be detrimental. So what you see for yourself, give your attention to that. What you desire for yourself, give your attention to that. We spend so much time on worries and fears and concerns and what this one's saying, what that one's doing, what happened back in 56, until we don't give our attention to the things that deserve it. Our dreams, our hope, our healing, our confirmation, our progress in life. When there is an area of healing in your life that needs your attention desperately, areas that you refuse to look at, that you refuse to acknowledge, let alone allow to be healed, your avoidance of them creates more blocks and barriers. Come on, I'm going to read that again. Listen, stop typing. Listen. When there are areas of healing in your life that need your attention desperately, areas that you refuse to look at, areas that you refuse to acknowledge, let alone be healed, your avoidance of them creates more blocks and barriers. It is important that you give your life your attention. Did you hear me? It is important that you give your life your attention. This is where the notion of intention becomes critical. For what purpose are you examining your life? Is it for finding fault with yourself or another? What exactly is it about your life that has your attention? When your intent is to be the all that you can be spiritually, then you have the deep intention of allowing everything that has your attention to be transformed. Listen to what I have just said. When you have the intention of living your life from a place of spiritual conscious awareness, then you infuse everything that has your attention with this deep intention. This is what is meant by the phrase, to see all things through the eyes of God. Give your life your attention. The Sacred Yes by Reverend Deborah L. Johnson. Okay. Spiritual availability. Give your attention to the things in your life, like your vision, like your healing, like your growth, not to the things that are happening We give so much attention to the things that are happening in the moment that we don't want, instead of giving our attention to the things that we really want. Let's check ourselves this morning. I got my check yourself cards, all right? So I'm gonna throw it up in the air. I'm gonna see, oh my Lord. Let me show you what came up. It says awaken. Do you see that? I can't see if you see it. Awaken. This is what it says. Awaken to the light that you have. A mind, a heart, a body, a free will. Awaken to the light that you are. Peace, cooperation, humility, gratitude, service, love, joy. If you want to be on the payroll of the light, you must always choose the light. If you choose darkness, which is anger, fear, resentment, revenge, judgment, reactivity, unforgiveness, the darkness will pay you. If you want to be on the payroll of the light, stay in the light. That's your check yourselves cards. So this morning we're looking at awaken. What do you need to awaken? What do you need to put your attention? You can get these cards. Somebody said how you get them. MasterpieceBodyTherapy.com. Me and Danny Stillwell created these cards, and you just throw them up in the air. Ooh, let's tell you what I got this time. All right, I don't know who this is for. Here it goes. Finish. Finish what you started. Finish those classes so you can finish your degree. Finish the discussion when you're feeling a little bit calmer. Pray they finish soon so you can go about your business. Finish off one project before you start another. Let go of the relationship. It's finished. Let go of being taken advantage of. You're finished. Just finish. Okay? MasterpieceBodyTherapy.com. Okay, so last week, I promised you that I would answer questions. Now, it's just me here by myself. I'm looking back over here at Facebook, over here at YouTube. So don't type me no long question. Keep it 20 words or less. Otherwise, I can't read it. It doesn't protect you either to be negative. Okay, that's not a question. Can you be my mentor? I can't. I just don't have the time to really to be present for someone to mentor them. I just don't. But I've got a whole school. I've got a whole program. I got a personal development program. I've got a coaching program. I've got a ministerial program. I mean, you know, that I teach. So I can't take on anything else. If you want to know about those programs, go to innervisionsworldwide.com and look up personal development, look up coaching. We're getting ready to start our ministerial program. That's what I do. I've got the spiritual warrior training program. So there's so much out there. Why do you need more? Okay, look at some of the stuff. How do we stay centered with a partner who is struggling with their own anxieties? Well, your spiritual practice, because your spiritual practice will keep you centered, where you live from the inside. One of the things that makes us crazy is we give our attention, which is what the reading was saying, to everything that comes up outside, and that we don't stay grounded and centered inside. Okay? Your spiritual practice, your prayer, your meditation, your reading, your inspiration. Every morning I get up and I have something. You know what? Let me tell you what my prayer was this morning. I see myself healed of cancer. I'm on that step with you. Wherever two or more gathered, the Spirit of God's healing is. This morning I got up, and you know what the first thought was in my mind? Just to be close to you. Remember that song? Just to be close to you, girl. But I say, just to be close to you, God. Just to be close to you, Creator. And that'll take me through the day. So no matter what comes up, that's my affirmation. How do you start your day? With, oh God, I don't need that. Oh, what I got to do? I ain't got no money. No, 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 no. What you give your attention to manifest just to be close to you, God. So as you deepen your spiritual practice, things will start. Peace is P-E-A-C-E. MasterPeaceBodyTherapy.com. Masterpiece Body Therapy, okay? So your spiritual practice will keep you centered, all right? Let me see if I got another question. That was a YouTube. How do you get over fear? Face it. Walk through it. You know, it's not that I'm not afraid. There's a lot of things that come up and stir fear in me. And what fear is saying to us is pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to where your energy is. Fear doesn't come to stop you. It comes to strengthen you. And fearlessness doesn't mean not having fear. It means having the fear and moving through it anyway. All right? That's what it means. So you'll never be without fear. Totally. The question is your faith stronger than your fear? Is your trust stronger than your fear? That's what it is, okay? Let me see. I see a good question here. Let me see if I can get it. Why do I get sensitive? I don't know what you mean by that, Terrell. You got to tell me. You got to give me a little more. I don't know what that means. Why do I? How do I take my life back after taking care of everyone else and not me? Well, you got to develop new priorities. That's stuff to do. You have to set your priorities and announce them. When you really, to start to take your life back, the first thing is to build your no. You got to be able to say no. No, can't do that. No, I'm not available for that. No, I can't give you that. No, I can't lend you that. And you can, can we reorder the Sacred Yes if we lost ours? Yes. You can get it directly from Reverend Deborah Johnson, and I'll give you her email address before we end. I got a whole list of information for you, okay? So build your no. Take your life back. Build your no. Just say no. Just say no. You know how I think it was Laura Bush who said she said just say no. She said to drugs. I said just say no to people that want to suck your life out. Why is everything stronger than my faith? Even though I start off strong, listening to you and other positive things, what do I need to do to help myself have a consistent spiritual practice? You know, one of the things that I discovered about myself was that, you know, I needed more discipline. But discipline had a negative connotation to me because growing up, discipline meant getting a beating or getting punished so whenever I needed to discipline myself, I would rebel. So I learned how to cooperate with myself. And I learned how to build the cooperation on the inside first and then on the outside. Okay? You got to build it on the inside. That's one of the things that we teach at Innovisions, spiritual cooperation. Spiritual cooperation. So the first thing you have to do is see what it is that you want, just like we did this morning. See yourself with it, because what you give your attention to will grow. So see yourself with it, and then see what are you willing to do to get it. But here's the question most people don't address when they're trying to create something. And that question is, what am I not willing to do? Okay? Because what you're willing to do won't stop you. It's what you're not willing to do. I'm not willing to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to do meditation. I'm not willing to stop eating ice cream. I'm not willing to whatever. You've got to identify what it is you're not willing to do and then reconcile yourself with those things. Why am I not willing to get up? Why? Let me examine that. Not with condemnation, but with curiosity. What am I telling myself will happen? And can I tell you one of the things that keeps us from having what we want? The one thing that keeps us from having what we want more than anything else is the fear that if we get it, we'll lose it. Come on, somebody. Most of us won't get up and do what we have to do because there's a part of us that believes and expects that if we get what we want, somehow we'll lose it. All right? And that fear will keep us from doing what it is we need to do. We don't want to run the risk of losing it, so we won't do what's required to get it. That requires deep, deep, deep journaling. I want to show you all something that I found. I want to show you something that I found. Okay, can I go for a minute? How can I stand up for myself on both your feet? You know, why do you think you need to stand up for yourself as opposed to standing up in yourself? There's a difference. There's a difference. Standing up for yourself means that you're responding to what's coming at you from the outside. Standing up within yourself means that you're standing for what you believe, what you value, what's important to you. Stand up for stand up within yourself. And then when something comes at you from the outside that's incongruent with what you're standing with, then you simply dismiss it. Yeah, you know, you don't have to fight outside all the time. One of the reasons we get so overwhelmed and overtaken by what comes at us from the outside is because we haven't grown up what we need on the inside. Can you hear me? Yeah. So what do you value? What's important to you? You know? I want to talk just for a minute, for example, to the people who, are always beating themselves up to lose weight. Why? If it ain't important to you that you wear a size 10, then stop going on diets. Now, if it is important for you, for your health, or for you want to look a certain way or feel a certain way, then find out what you're not willing to do to release the weight. But just because you think you're supposed to be thin and you keep going on these diets, torturing yourself, stop it. If it ain't important to you, and so many of us commit to do things that we really don't want to do, but because we think we're supposed to be doing. We think, oh, my little curl fell down. Somebody said the back of that's a curl, it fell down. Okay, y'all are so image conscious. I really don't care. I really don't care. Okay, but thank you for letting me know, okay? So, do what's important to you, okay? Do what's important to you. Make sure your values are strong. And that's one of the things that the people in the somebody's asking me about Yoruba, in the spiritual warrior program learned about, okay? How to have values and how to have a vision. The name of the cards are check yourself. Check yourself. Like the great philosopher Ice-T said, check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? All right, where's the question? Give me a question. I ain't got no questions, all right? Oh no, I did something bad. What did I do? Ooh, I did it again. Okay, all right, there you go. Let me see if I got a question. Ice Cube, right, what did I say? Ice-T, Lord, they all the same to me. Okay, how do you take, okay, that went so fast. Hold on, but ain't I doing better with technology? Ain't you all proud of me? Remember when I couldn't even find the button? How do you not take on the fears of others? Say no. And right now, there's a lot of fear being placed on us. Have you heard it? Your vote ain't gonna matter, and if this one gets in, that's gonna happen, and all the corona's coming, all the flu is coming, all the boo-boo. Have you made up your mind yet that you ain't having the corona? Have you just made up your mind? And have you given your attention to that? Yes, wear your mask. Yes, wash your hands. Yes, distance. And yes, refuse to have it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Corona, you are not welcome here, okay? And I cover myself with the white light of the universe that's going to keep me protected. But people keep putting it on us. Now we're hysterical because the flu season is coming. I ain't never had the flu. And I ain't never took a flu shot. Now, that's just me. You have to do what feels right for you. But I know that nothing goes on in my body that don't go on in my mind. So I do enjoy cooking. I do enjoy cooking. I burn, okay? I cook. And this is why. Because my grandmother was a cook. So my grandmother cooked, traditional American food, but she was also Native American. So she cooked really traditional and cultural food. And she came out of the South, so she cooked Southern food. Then my stepmother was half Cuban, half Jamaican. And well, she was Jamaican, Cuban, and Panamanian, so you put all of that together. So I know how to cook Latin food, arroz con dulces, and arroz con pollo, and empanada. Yeah, so I know how to cook that. And then with the Jamaican piece is rice and peas, and curry chicken, and brown stew chicken, and oxtail. Okay. And then I was a vegetarian for 17 years. So I know how to do portobello mushrooms and fried tofu. So yeah, I know how to cook, and I can cook anything you want. What you want? Only thing, I don't eat red meat, so I can't cook that for you. Well, I'll cook it for you, but I won't eat it. All right, what else? How do I keep the faith after contacting the COVID? Look for the lessons, baby. After contact the COVID and keep testing positive, look for the lesson. Look for the lesson. One of the things that the corona is saying to us that we have to pay attention to is stop. Go in. So one of the things that would be very helpful is really to get into your journaling, really get into your self-examination, really get into your self-exploration, and even for the guys, for the men, really start examining yourself and looking at where you are in your life, because we're all being called to reset. This is a reset time. Don't be afraid. Be willing to look at what you do and how you do it and how it's turning out for you. Just be willing, because so much is happening so fast, and you can't keep doing things the way you used to do them. Even me, just like me, there's some stuff I had to give up. There's some stuff I had to stop, and I had to be willing to do it because it just wasn't working for me anymore. There's some people I had to cut off because I just couldn't manage it anymore. So in this time, the corona will be here until we reset. I have an urgent decision to make. How can I know what? Let me go back, because that said urgent. How can I know the better choice? Get still. Get still. And this is, what is your choice? What do you want? That's what I always say. What do you want? And get clear about that. But so very often, we try to make choices based on what we think is going to happen, or what we make up is going to happen. Get still and tell the truth. And go for what you want. And even if you make a choice that doesn't turn out the way you thought it was, at least you were in alignment and in integrity with yourself. But don't make a decision because somebody else is pushing you. Get still. Take a breath. Drop your hands to your side and say, Holy Spirit, help me. I have a decision to make. Let me hear from you. The thing I like about the Holy Spirit is that the Holy Spirit will respond to your slightest invitation. You don't have to do a whole great big, 56 Hail Marys and rubbing crystals on your head, or read 52 scriptures out the Bible, or drag and crawl a mile to make penance. Holy Spirit, come. I need you. And then ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. And the idea will come to you, or the evidence will come, or the information will come. I promise you, that's how it works. How do I prevent bringing past hurts into my current relationship? Get out the current relationship until you heal the past hurts. I know you don't want to hear that. Why would you go into a new relationship with past hurts? Get out of there. You're going to do the same thing over because you haven't gotten the lesson. Stop it. People jump from bed to bed and relationship to relationship, dragging your baggage and your monogram luggage. You ain't got no business in the relationship if you got past hurts. Heal that up because you're going to inflict it on the other person because you haven't learned the lesson. You haven't learned the lesson. Okay? How do I free myself from my past mistakes? Stop calling them mistakes and look for the lesson. Look for the lesson. What do you call a mistake? Like, what I realized, I spent it, I don't have any shame about it, no heat, no judgment. I spent a lot of years in relationship with a married man. And yes, Auntie did. Yes, I told y'all before, I ain't a hoe, but I'm hoish. Hoe-ish. And I don't say that being in a relationship with a married man makes you a hoe. I don't say that at all. But I had a little crust around the edges of my morals. Yes, I did. And I excused it. I excused it and I made it, oh, they not together, they separated, he don't want to be with her. But the truth is, if he's married and you're not, then you're in a relationship with a married man. I don't care if they separated. If they ain't divorced, you in relationship with a married man. So I made up all the reasons. So anyway, I spent all of that time in relationship with a married man, and then went into another relationship. And when that ended, I wasn't healed. And I went into another relationship and found the same thing. Found the same thing. The lack of emotional availability and the lack of fulfillment, trying to prove myself, trying to make myself worthy, why I wasn't enough, because my issue was not enoughness, because I never got acceptance and approval from my daddy. And so I brought that into every relationship, okay? So you've got to really look at yourself. And so once I learned that I am enough, that was my lesson. That was all it is. 40 years of crazy, and all I needed to learn was I am enough. I'm enough. And if I ain't enough for you, bye. If I ain't enough for you, if you got to have me and 6 other women, I don't want you. I don't want you. And I don't have to make excuses for you, and I don't have to accommodate you, and I'm willing to be by myself. See, that's where you have to ask the question, what am I not willing to do? I was willing to be by myself rather than put up with that. I don't do cheating well. That's my deal breaker, all right? What's your deal breaker? All right. I am enough. Yes, I am enough. Let me see what we got over here on Facebook. I've been over there on YouTube. What can I do in my spiritual training to help combat depression or add to my training? Well, don't combat depression. Declare your freedom from it. Now, there's all sorts of reasons for depression. Some of them are physiological, meaning there's a chemical imbalance that'll throw the mind off. Some are like repetitive experiences and repetitive thoughts that'll lead a person into depression. So there's all kinds of reasons for depression. So I'm not giving medical advice, but from a spiritual perspective, that I can speak to. Not to diagnose, but I can speak to depression from a spiritual perspective, and it means from a spiritual perspective that somehow, some way, somewhere, you don't believe that God is present, and you have to do everything by yourself, and don't believe you can do it. That'll lead to depression. That'll lead to why bother? Nothing's going to change. That you have to do everything by yourself, for yourself, and you don't believe you can do it. That'll lead to, I'm not doing nothing because ain't nothing gonna work. Why bother get up? And the thing about depression, beloveds, and I will say this, and no heat, no judgment, that if you are in it long enough, it really does alter the chemical structure of your body, and you might need some meds just to get yourself back in alignment. Really, because that thing, it's a spirit. Depression is a spirit, and it takes really over. So if you're in it, don't be afraid to go get some support, pharmaceutical support, and also do your spiritual work at the same time. But it's a spirit, and the spirit is within. So know that you got to fight that puppy too. You can't just give in to it. Sometimes if it's coming over you and you just want to lay in the bed, you have to say, let me get up for 30 seconds. And get up for 30 seconds. And then the next time, get up for a minute. The next time, get up for an hour. You have to fight it because it's inside, okay? See the psychiatrist so they know the meds to put you on. Yes, see the psychiatrist. Don't be afraid of meds, because that depression thing, that's a beast. It's a beast. I'm telling you, it's a beast. And some people are depressed and don't even know it. All right? What is spiritual pain and how to go about it? Spiritual pain? I don't understand. All right. I lost my mother and can't seem to make peace with the fact that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her. Any advice? Yes, say goodbye. Write her a letter. Have a homegoing ceremony for her. You know, my daughter passed in 2003, and as a mom, I swear it feels like yesterday. And sometimes when that spirit gets very heavy on me, I have another homegoing service for her. I get flowers, I read scriptures, I play her favorite songs, I do my weeping and my crying, and I say goodbye. Sometimes you have to say goodbye 55 times, but yeah, just do it until it works. And you can write her a letter, and you can miss her. But understand that she's just gone physically. The one thing I had to do was develop a relationship with Jamia in my heart. So, I talk to her all the time. I talk to her all the time. I don't know if she talks back. I don't know if she hears me, but that don't even matter. I talk to her all the time. Okay? Yeah, stand in yourself, not for yourself, in yourself. Peace of mind meditation. Yes, you can get the peace of mind meditation. Well, you get it in the spiritual warrior training. Isn't that delicious? I love the golden key meditation. Now, the golden key meditation is free. And let me see how I can get it to you. I'll figure it out. I'll put the link in the thread so you can come back later on. Do that I'm telling you, if you can do that golden key meditation every day for 40 days, you will never be the same. Okay? How can a woman make friends with other women when she has mommy issues? Clear the mommy issues. How about that? How about clear the mommy issues? Yeah. All righty. So we're coming up on my hour. I got to get ready to get out of here. I'm glad I got a chance to answer fear of my call of teaching, not wanting to be wrong or lead people astray, only want to please God. Well, where do you think God is? If you're in relationship with God and you ask God for the teaching, you can't lead people astray. People can go astray, but not with your leading. What is that, Robbie Terry Johnson? Stop it. You're making up fictional things that you're giving your attention to. So set the intention. My intention is to serve God's people and please God as a teacher. Okay? And then ask, what am I to teach? Who am I to teach? Marianne Williamson has a prayer, and it says, what would you have me do today? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? Pray that prayer every day. How about that? All righty. Check yourself cards. Check yourself cards. MasterpieceBodyTherapy.com. I'm going to get one more for us before we leave today. All right. Thursday nights, Dr. Ivy Hilton, the Sound Spa meditation. Yeah, I practice Buddhism. I chant. It works. Yes, 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 yes. Om Namah Shivaya, the Gayatri Mantra. Oh, I love the Gayatri Mantra. Thank you for sharing that. We forget about, the Buddhist tradition has some powerful practices, but we're so afraid that we're going to offend Jesus till we don't even look beyond what they fed us, okay? But you got to go wherever you can go. Anyway, the Spa Meditation, Dr. Ivy Hilton. You can subscribe to her on YouTube, and you can be with her every Thursday night. She plays those crystal bowls, and it'll just resonate all throughout your body. The Sound Spa Meditation, Dr. Ivy, I-V-Y Hilton, I'm H-Y-L-T-O-N. All right? Dr. Ivy Hilton Sound Spa Meditation, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Kevin Green is starting up his new round of Qigong practices. Qigong is the way that you harness energy in your body and in your environment. It builds your muscles. It builds your lymph node system. The Qigong class, 7 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. He's starting up a new round. I think orientation was today and tomorrow. For more information, you can email him at Lukumi Temple, L-U-K-U-M-I, temple@AOL.com. L-U-K-U-M-I. Somebody put it in the thread for me. temple@AOL.com. Lukumi Temple. I've got to give you the link to the Golden Key meditation. All right? I will put it in there. I'll get my team to help me figure out how to do that. You want to clear your daddy issues? Do the Golden Key meditation. Listen, you got to clear your daddy issues because the universe And when I say the universe, I mean what we live in, the energy, doesn't recognize pronouns. So it doesn't recognize his, her, my. So when you say my daddy, the universe only hears daddy. When you say my mother, the universe only hears mother. And there's only one father and one mother. That's the universal God consciousness. So if you got a problem with your father, you got a problem with the father. Can you hear me? If you got a problem with your mother, you got a problem with the mother. So you want to clear that stuff up so that you don't have those issues and be out of alignment with the universal consciousness. All right? What else do I want to tell you? Oh, I wanted to show you something. Let me go get it. Let me find out where it is first. Stay there. I'll be right back. I found this, and I've been working with it with a couple of my students. Now, it's called Chakra. Coloring book by Paul, I can't even say that. I got it on Amazon. But what this book does is it guides you. I'm going to tell you about the cards. Just hold on. It guides you through healing. Oh, this isn't the one. Oh, I got the wrong book. This is not the book I want y'all to have. All right, I have to get the other one. This is the wrong one. Scratch that. Scratch that. Don't pay that no mind. Let me see if I have it here. I don't have it. Okay. Oh, yes, I do. Let me see. I'm just talking to myself. Don't have it. Sorry. I'll get it for next week. I brought the wrong book. But what it does, I want to support us in starting to go in and heal up and clean up our energy from the inside out, because there's so much pollution on the outside, okay? So I want to do that. Check yourself cards, masterpiecebodytherapy.com. I'll get that book so you can, I thought I had the book. I don't know. Anyway. Listen, don't forget to file your taxes if you haven't. October 15th. Let's not get in tax trouble, because they're just file your taxes, okay? Get your taxes filed. All right? I want to leave you today with a reading from this lovely little book that I found called Trust Life by Louise Hay. Trust Life. Can you see that? Trust Life by Louise Hay. And I'm going to throw one more card before we go. But this is what the book says. You are divinely guided by Spirit, God, at all times. Know that Spirit makes no mistakes. That goes for somebody who said later on. Where there's a strong desire within you to express or create something, know that this feeling is divine. Your longing is your calling. And no matter what it is, if you go with it, you'll be guided, guarded, and assured success. Come on, somebody. When a purpose or path is laid before you, you have a choice to just trust and let it flow, or remain stuck in fear. Somebody asked me before about teaching. Somebody's asking me right now about purpose. Listen. Your longing is your calling. What do you long to do? What do you desire to do? And no matter what it is, if you go with it, the longing, you will be guided, guarded, and assured success. When a purpose or path is laid before you, you have the choice to just trust and let it flow, or remain stuck in fear. Trusting the perfection that resides within you is the key. So that's why we got to clean up our energy inside, okay? I know that it can be frightening. Everybody is afraid of something, but you can do it anyway. Remember, the universe loves you and everything you do. You're expressing yourself creatively every moment of every day. You begin in your own unique way. Know that you can release any false mental beliefs that you are not good enough and go forward with each and every project that comes into your mind. What? Trust life. Trust life. You can get this on Amazon. It's a daily message. So somebody who's saying, how can I? Just read this every day. Read this or throw yourself a check yourself card. Let's see what our card is going to say before we go, okay? Let's see. Ready? 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 Here we go. Let me see what we got. Bang! What does the card say? Do it! The card says do it. When God gives you something to do, you just can't do the parts you like. So, do it with conviction and excellence. Do it even when you're afraid. Do it with joy and passion. Do it no matter who is saying don't do it. Do it with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Just do it and do it now. Trust life. Focus on what you want and do it now. Deep bow. Deep bow to you. Have a great, great week. I'll see you next week, okay? Bye.